Welcome, Susan. We are so thrilled to have you as our most recent graduate as an honorary doc of Nipissing University. And I just want to ask you a few questions that are related. We awarded you this honorary doctorate because of your many, many decades of community service and what you have done for this country. So in a few words, could you tell us what motivates you to not just go and do your job and go home? What motivates you to be creative, intellectually rigorous about your community service? What motivates you to do that?
I think it's just the people that I meet every day who are just ordinary people doing extraordinary things that has always fascinated me. But I come from a family who always gave back, and I think you just do what you know. And I don't think about it. I love people, I love my job, I have passion for changing lives, but I don't think about it, Kevin. I just, one day at a time. So to be sitting here today with this honorary doctorate, thank you very much, is overwhelming. It's surreal because you don't really know how you got to this point.
And isn't it nice to be recognized?
It's been so lovely, so lovely. It's humbling, I'm grateful, and it's been an exciting year.
So you've had quite a journey from your earliest years in North Bay over time, and you've met so many interesting people. You've written so much passionate work and you've delivered it on screen. Is there a piece of advice that you've received from anyone in your lifetime that has really resonated and persisted over the course of your many journeys?
I think I've had many mentors over my journey. I don't think there's one particular, something that sticks in my head right now. My work in Africa has touched me deeply, and every moment that I spent between 2003 and 2006, I can recall every story, every child, every person I met along the way. And there was a man, my first trip over, my first journey to Mozambique, who asked me why I came. Why are you here? And at that point in my life, I needed change. I needed something that was going to propel me. I remember the president of World Vision saying, "What's it going to take for you to come and travel with us? Because I'm going to tell you this is going to be life-changing." And I said, "Okay." He said, "Okay." I said, "Okay, I'm coming." And so I needed that at the time. And this man asked me why I was there, why I wanted to do this work. And he said, "You know, some people always follow the sun, and then there are those who go through the darkness and find the sun." And that never left me because it's true. You can go about your day and just stay on this course, not really be too happy, but you're making some money and you're doing whatever. And then you can take chances. And sometimes you go in a valley, but when you come up, that sun is so bright. So that has stayed with me.
Let me go back to the stage. You approached the podium, you delivered a wonderful speech, and you gave some very powerful messages to our graduates today. I want you to recall the most important message that you delivered to our students today. Your advice to them.
To never forget how hard they worked to get to where they are right now. And that this next door that's opening is going to be challenging. You know, it's been comforting. They're 4 years in university. It's not easy. It's super hard. But their parents are behind them, or their guardians behind them, or whoever is behind them. But now it's like, off you go. You're starting your first job. And not everybody's going to be kind. And not everybody's going to say you're just so great at what you're doing and you're the smartest. You know, you're going to have to wear a shield.
And I recall one of your most powerful moments was talking about that shield and that they're going to fall down, they're going to fail a little bit, and you told them to pick themselves up and brush it off and to keep going. I thought
Isn't
that
it
was
true?
terrific.
Don't you feel that way?
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, nothing's perfect. But when you get to this point, you forget all of that hard time, you know? My boss will say that to me. You know, you broke the glass ceiling for a lot of people who have come behind you, but I know that it must not have been easy. And it wasn't, but I don't think about that anymore.
Right, and you also said to them that you're not alone.
You're
we
not
all
alone.
feel that way, which I thought was a very powerful
Again and
message.
again, right? And
Yeah.
we question, we love this? Just because I did 4 years, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
But I said to them too, I never lost my passion. You know, things could happen all around, but I never lost the passion, and it's just growing. And so is the creativity. And I think the best of Susan Hay is yet to come.
Now I'm going to be selfish.
Okay.
So I've spent my whole life in university.
You
I
have?
entered in 1981 and never left. And I've spent my whole career talking about the value of post-secondary education and making it better and better and more inclusive to welcome everyone to university. So I would like your advice on what my message should be on the value of post-secondary education.
To make sure you get that education. You know, I think sometimes the younger generation, it's just like it's been so hard. And the last 2 years have been so hard because they don't know if they're in school, out of school, wearing masks, not wearing masks, going virtual, going back, and they're frustrated. And so I think they get to grade 12 now, and they say, that's it, I just want to work. But look at what they're missing. You know, it's so important to see. There were younger kids in the crowd today. It was so important for them to see these graduates walk across the stage, because that's what you're missing.
Susan,
Higher education.
what a pleasure.
It was
Thank
a
you very
pleasure
much.
to meet you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and you've done an amazing job with this institution.
Thank you.